Welcome back. I have Chelsea Brown with me. Chelsea is staying with us for the rest of the show. Double the money too, Chelsea. In the next few weeks, the Australian Defence Force will embark on the most ambitious, wide-ranging and significant exercise ever conducted in Australia. It's called Exercise Kangaroo. And to speak about this, please welcome Mr. Bruce Ruxton. Well, thank you, Ross, and that's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. See you same time tomorrow. Bruce, it's nice to have that played as a play-on for you. What are your feelings on American Independence Day?
Well, you know, they treat their that day as it should be treated, and they treat their flag as it should be treated. You know, we've got a beautiful flag, Bert. We've got the best flag on earth, this country, and I think of those goons that want to change it. You know what annoys me? It really does.
Yeah, I got that impression, Bruce, on a couple of occasions. Incidentally, you have the lovely Chelsea Brown sitting beside you, but I want you to behave.
She's a mate of mine.
I understand you're taken, though.
Yes,
I've got Delilah behind me.
Yes, I know. And that's Delilah is going to sing in just a few moments' time, so that'll be something for you to look forward to. Tell us about Operation Kangaroo, Bruce.
Well, all I know is that the biggest military exercise ever in this country will be taking place over the next couple of months up in the north. And it's going to involve, I suppose, the entire field force of the Australian services, ships, air and soldiers. I suppose if you think about it, Bert, there's not too many countries on earth which can really develop a huge military exercise over so many thousands of square, I'm nearly going to say miles, I like to say it, but kilometres. Mm-hmm. And I believe that the exercise itself is going to be the same distance as it would be from London to Moscow. That's a huge area.
What's the purpose?
Well, I think we've got to exercise our military muscle. I think we've got to tell other people that we've got a country that we're prepared to defend. I think that too we've got to join our neighbours, and I don't think it's an irritation of Indonesia. I think it should be a cooperation with that country in that to keep this part of the world stable. I tell you what, it's becoming very unstable. New Guinea with the troubles there and round in the Pacific, it's not good.
Bruce, talking before about Independence Day with Chelsea, and she was saying it was always a great celebration, a time for the family to get together and so forth, and you were saying that you feel that we in Australia have got that great flag and some want to replace that and so forth. Do you think that some of the attitudes that we have in Australia from people who don't seem to be as proud of the flag as Americans are of theirs, and Australia Day is just basically a long weekend, do you think it's because we're such a young country and we haven't really expanded as much as we should do and we haven't got enough confidence in ourselves?
No, I tell you what the trouble is. Every Australian has patriotism. It's deep. You've got to dig down and get it. Now, we dug and got that out for that flag appeal, that Changi flag. The response was absolutely incredible. But, you know, I believe is the core of the trouble. We've wiped this loyal ceremony in schools on Monday morning. Why should we do that? When I went to school, we were pleased to salute that flag as I went up the pole every Monday morning. Now, the Education Act says that should take place, but it's in the hands of the school principal and the school council. Well, why should it be? It should be compulsory. Now, Mr. Greiner's introduced it in New South Wales, and we should be doing it in Victoria. I think if we don't teach our kids something about their country and loyalty to it, we're not going to get much out of them later on. That's the way I see it.
And I might mention a predominantly young audience. Now, that's the thing. You know, I've always tried to remain apolitical with someone like yourself, but I think the one criticism that is levelled at you, which is a very unfair one, and that is you represent the thinking only of people in a certain age group. I've just mentioned to you now, cheers and applause from the audience, and I would suggest the average age of the audience today would be maybe late teens, early 20s. So it really it knocks their argument, doesn't it?
Well, look, Bert, I just want to say...
There's one old lady over there about 60 who's absolutely thrilled.
Yeah.
I think she's so young.
Look, there's been a resurgence around Australia in our military history, in our heritage, and our history. That's good. Now, I go to a lot of schools, and I get a, well, without tickets on myself, because I feel proud about it, I get standing ovation from secondary school children, but you should see the long face on the staff, if you don't mind. Oh,
What do they do?
Oh, when the kids get up and cheer me, you can see all their faces drop. I went down to a school down there where I live at Beaumaris recently, and I know one of the teachers quite well, and she's on my side, and she said, "Oh, Bruce, you were terrific." It was a girls' school, by the way, and the kids loved you. But she said, I went into the staff room later and she said, "Oh, for goodness sake, you should have heard what they were saying about you." Isn't that gorgeous?
You can't win them all, can you, Bruce?
No, you can't.
Someone who won your heart some months ago on the show is our next artist, and this is true. If it happens that you weren't watching the show, we had this next artist on, and Bruce, in all the nicest possible way, just thinks she's absolutely beautiful. And today she's singing a song which is, in some ways, a tribute to a man whose birthday it is today. Louis Armstrong, the late Louis Armstrong, was born on this day 89 years ago. He's born on American Independence Day. To sing Blueberry Hill in memory of Louis, here's Bruce's favourite. Here's Delilah.